So, my friends, right now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to a hotel? Raise your hands if the answer is yes. Have you ever been to a hotel before? Okay, so let's go to Nancy. Nancy, which hotel? Where was this hotel?
It was this year actually in Hurghada, Suma Bay.
Mm. And did you like it?
Yeah, it was a nice experience there.
Mm. So no complaints whatsoever.
Yeah, just one complaint that the rooms were very far from the beach. It was still in the area, but we had to walk like for 10 minutes or so.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. And what did you do about this complaint? Like, did you talk to the management or?
Not really. No. Given the fact that it was a 5-star hotel and we enjoyed the experience as a whole, so it's just and I think that there's nothing that can be done about it. Anyway, they cannot restructure the place or remodel the place or I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
in the future they might think about some renovations or adding another complex or so to the place. I don't know.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Let me go to Hassan Gawad. Hassan, have you ever been to a hotel and had some complaints about things?
Complaints? No, it was nice actually. It was Grand Nile Tower and Marriott. I like both, but Marriott is like really high prices. I mean.
Oh, okay. So it was like too expensive, eh?
Yeah, very expensive.
Okay, interesting. Right. So and let me just make it more specific now. Who stayed at a hotel and had to complain about it? Or who has a friend who complained about a hotel or a story you heard from a family member?
Actually, about a week ago, I had a friend, or he is not a friend, he is a student, who told me about a story he met while staying in Dahab, in a hotel in Dahab. And he had to complain because he didn't find the room clear enough to stay in, clean enough to stay in, and he found a lot of rats there. So he had to go to complain about that.
Bloody hell, rats.
Rats, yes.
Oh,
I was astonished like you.
And how did he complain? Who did he talk to?
He went to the receptionist at first and told them, and he asked to meet the manager or someone who is responsible for the matter to deliver his complaint. After that, he met some of the people who are in charge there and told about the matter. And he had and he only apologized for that, but he received no solutions for the matter, and he had to leave.
Did they give him the money back?
No, he didn't tell me about that.
Okay. Right. Thank you so much, Jihad, for sharing this. Ghada, yes?
Okay, so I've been to many hotels, but I've never had any, really, I didn't have any complaints. But I remember once I was staying in an accommodation. It was an accommodation that was provided by the school I was studying in, and that was like a couple of years ago in London. And unfortunately, I had a couple of people staying, students, they were staying next to me. I'm not going to say which nationalities. So basically they were cooking day and night. And it smelled so bad. And the problem is that you can, in those rooms, you can have really big windows, but the problem is that they don't really open as wide as you think they can. It's just you can just it's ajar. You see what I mean? So basically it's stuffy, very stuffy. So I had to complain. I had to go to the people downstairs. This is a leasing office or an administration, basically, because this was not exactly a hotel. And it's not a hostel as well. So I told them about that. And I said, it's very stuffy. I can't breathe. And they're cooking day and night. And the cooking really smells so bad. And it was nasty, actually. So they told me that they won't be able to talk to those people telling them what to cook and what not to cook. But basically what they could do is that I had an exception of like they had to open the window like really wide so I could have fresh air coming in. And yeah.
Okay. Wow. Right. That's really difficult. Tough, eh?
Yeah.
Lovely. So I guess, my friends, you know now the topic we're going to talk about. We're mainly going to talk about complaints regarding hotels, right? And let me share the coming handout. Let's have a look at this. And if you look at this, my friends, we've got here a letter of complaint. This letter of complaint is actually written by a real IELTS candidate. And this IELTS candidate got kind of band 7 in writing this one. There are, very few mistakes in spelling, but you might find, some mistakes here and there in spelling. But what I want you to do now is to read this letter written by this IELTS candidate. And it's about a complaint against a hotel. And I want you to answer these 3 questions. How do the employees feel about the hotel facilities? How do they feel about the food? What did Avanta management decide to do regarding their complaint? So I'll be sending this to you. Read the letter and answer the questions, and then we'll talk. Let me send you this to your WhatsApp group. Now you have it in your WhatsApp group. Once you finish reading and answering, please raise your hands. Take your time. Okay, my friends, let me send you to breakout rooms. I want you to discuss the answers to these questions together. Let's go.
According to the first question, how do you think they feel?
For me, I found that they feel enjoyed with the hotel facilities and the outstanding design of the building and furnishing and everything.
Yeah, I think they are enjoyable about these facilities. Perfect. Okay, what do you think, guys? Do you agree on this?
Yes, I can agree more with that.
Yeah, okay. And the second one?
Yeah. How do they feel about the food? Okay, they didn't like it.
Yeah, they were
They are enjoyed and satisfied.
Yes, very good. They enjoyed the service. They enjoyed the design, the furnishing, and stuff like that. So yeah, they had some sort of a mixed opinion. Just
Right.
Right. They loved or they loved a part, and then the other part is like no.
They expressed their satisfaction about the design and how it's furnished.
Exactly.
And the reception, the quality of the reception. But when they go to the food, they dissatisfied or they are not satisfied about the quality of the food.
Yes, the
Dry
way it's cooked.
bread.
Yes,
Yeah.
very good, and tough, undercooked, stuff like that.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm concerned
So
about
they
the
are
last
not
letter.
comfortable. We're not gonna leave. Yeah, they said we're not gonna leave any negative feedback officially. Maybe just the letter itself, as he said.
Yes.
Already complained. I mean, they consider that there are a lot of positive feedbacks about the hotel.
I think yes, I think they decide to make it informal complaint, just as a review or secretly reviewed for the hotel itself. Not official one.
Not official one, yes, because they're actually they decided to not ignore, but as you said, to not just make it public.
Yeah.
Yes, not to affect the repute of the
the reputation.
the rate of the hotel.
Okay, my friends, time to talk about these questions. So question number one, how do the employees feel about the hotel facilities? Raise your hands if you have an answer to this. Let me go to my friends, Jihad. Jihad, how do they feel about the hotel facilities?
Actually, they were enjoyed with the hotel facilities.
And what did they like exactly about them? Anything?
Particularly the outstanding design of the building and the furnishing and the quality of the reception and transfer provided.
Wonderful. Thank you, my friend. Let me go to Jenna. Jenna, what about B? How do they feel about the food?
Completely the opposite, actually. They weren't satisfied at all with the food, especially the bread and salads, and also meat actually was undercooked.
Okay, thank you, my friend. Now, finally, let me go to Hiba. What did Avanta management decide to do regarding their complaint?
Actually, it's not mentioned here. It's not given. This is only the complaint, but we didn't see the response of the hotel.
Oh,
Avanta is not the hotel. Avanta is
Really?
the company complaining.
yeah. Those are the guests, right?
But where is the their action or the compensation they have done? I didn't see.
May I answer?
Anyone?
Okay, let me just go to Reda. Reda, what do you think?
Yeah, well, actually, Avanta management is actually the guest. Those are the guests actually that are like in the hotel. And what they're doing is, or what they decided to do is not to leave any negative feedback officially. So it was enough for them to send this complaint letter.
Yeah, right. So they're not going to take official steps like complaining or anything. They decided to keep it, private between them and the hotel management. Okay.
Yeah, I understand now. So this is not a complaint from the employees themselves, but it is just the company and its employees. It's giving feedback about the service of the hotel.
Well, yeah, Avanta employees actually were guests at the hotel.
Yeah,
and they complained back to their company about what the hotel did regarding food. But their company decided to keep it, to keep, things on good terms with the hotel. So they're not going to move forward with an official complaint. They will keep it as just a recommendation or a suggestion. Okay?
I understand now. Yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely welcome. Right, my friends. So now, again, let me share the screen. And this time, well, I hope you can see it now. It's the same letter, but this time, what I want you to answer is this question. What is the main idea of each paragraph? So you're going to read the 3 paragraphs in this letter one more time. And all I want you to do is to summarize the main idea of each paragraph in one sentence or one statement. So take your time, and once you finish, raise your hands. Okay? Right. Let me send you this to your WhatsApp group. Now, my friends, let me send you to breakout rooms. I want you to exchange your ideas with your partners. Tell them how you summarized the main idea in each paragraph in one sentence. Let's do that.
I think the first paragraph is not about the complaint. The first paragraph is just like about praising, or
About what, please?
Okay, shall we just write it like a title or main idea, or paraphrase the same paragraph using a sentence, like I'm gonna write Avanta company employees.
No, we'll just have like the main idea, not paraphrasing.
So writing the main ideas of each paragraph, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think the idea of the first paragraph is the complaining. First paragraph is like actually praising and like giving credit to the hotel.
This, I mean, when I tried to write down something, I said reason for writing the letter and giving positive feedback.
So yeah, I think Shadi's here. Let's just ask him. Is it just Shadi? Is it just the main idea or the summary of the paragraph, or we can also say the purpose of the first paragraph, second paragraph, and so on.
Well, I mean, it's no problem in mentioning the purpose, but yeah, what I want is the main idea of each one. If you want to mention the purpose, well, fine, fair enough.
Okay.
Or
So for number
the
3?
reader complaint. Yeah, number 3, the action they decided to take.
Yes.
We,
Yes, it is.
So again,
So for number 3, the action taken.
you're right. Okay.
Yeah, it's like how to solve a problem, maybe.
To settle it is to solve it.
Yeah.
It's the
Okay.
same.
Yeah, it's like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we have some steps here. If you want to write any email complaint, we have here to firstly start with a general idea. Then in paragraph 2, details about the problems. Okay, then we have some solutions here, maybe. That's it, I think. So what do you think? If you want to write any...
And for me, if we're going to talk about the main idea of each.
Okay, my friends, here we are. Now, let's talk about paragraph number 1. And who's ready to give me, you know, like the main idea of the first paragraph? Let me check with my friend, Ahmed Allam.
Yes, actually, I thought it was like for writing the letter, I mean, reason for writing the complaint itself, and at the same time giving some sort of a positive feedback about the experience. I know it's not one sentence actually, but you know.
No, but fine, yeah. Because as we see in the beginning, is saying, I'm writing in connection with a meeting which was organized in your hotel. I mean, so that is kind of, you know, starting the letter and then giving some positive feedback about the things Avanta employees loved. Okay, wonderful. Now, moving to paragraph number 2, and let me check with Omar Abdul Wahab. Omar, what was the focus of paragraph number 2?
The focus was the complaint itself and the reason for the complaint itself, which was the food.
Okay, thank you so much. So the first paragraph was kind of an introductory sentence followed by positive feedback about the facilities. And then the second one was about the food, right, itself and the complaint. Now, what about the third one? And let me ask Asma Sayyid, what about the third paragraph?
I think it's like request for action. Yeah, maybe. Or find some solutions, because he did here like we are not going to leave any negative feedback.
Thank you so much, my friend. I love it. Yeah, and I would say this is, you know, a kind of a typical organization of a complaint email, because usually in a complaint email, in paragraph number 1, you start by an introduction, a quick introduction, and then the kind of the background story, which is what happened in paragraph number 1. And then in paragraph number 2, that's the complaint. And in paragraph number 3, that's what we want, kind of suggestions and recommendations, right? Which is actually the normal order that people should follow when they're writing a complaint email. Wonderful. Now, let me share the coming handout. Okay, my friends. And again, we still have the very same letter with its 3 paragraphs. But this time we have this chart here. And the chart is divided into 3 columns. Column number 1 is language describing the hotel facilities. Column number 2, language describing the food quality. And column number 3, language for suggestion. Now, all I want you to do is to go back to the letter and find examples to write here in this chart. Like if I'm talking about language describing the hotel facilities, who can give me one from the first paragraph? Raise your hands. Language describing the hotel facilities. Raise your hands if you can give an example. Let me go to Jihad. Yes, Jihad.
He described the design with outstanding design.
Oh, okay. Outstanding. So that's a lovely adjective. Outstanding. And we use it actually when we describe something that we're very happy with. Okay, fine. That's all I want you to do. I want you to list phrases and words, okay, related to these language functions. Okay, my friends, I'll send you this handout to your WhatsApp group. Take your time, try to fill in this chart. Now, my friends, let me send you to breakout rooms. I want you to do two things in breakout rooms. First, compare the language examples you got from the text and try to add from your own lexical reserves more examples. So, for example, someone said outstanding was used as an adjective. What else can we use? More adjectives, like we can say wonderful, fascinating, and all that kind of stuff. So you'll compare the completion of the chart and you will add to each category from your brainstorming. Let me send you to breakout rooms, my friends.
So for the language used to describe the hotel facilities, we can say, oh, outstanding,
Yeah.
right? We can
Furnishing.
Furnishing, yeah, exactly. Also, yeah, give me just a second, we can share it together. You can say enjoyed, because that is used to like describe their opinion about it. Also, we can use the word that was used here, contentment, right?
Yeah.
Because that was used to describe how they feel about the hotel facilities. I don't know if it's the correct one, because here it says describing the hotel facilities, not describing how they feel about the hotel facilities.
Okay, yeah. The place itself.
Yeah,
Not the experience, yes.
yeah, I guess so. So until now, we're gonna say wonderful, furnishing. I guess that's all. Maybe
That's all. Actually,
I have the words stale.
The word tough.
Yes,
And undercooked.
yes, right. Yes, I got all of these points.
Discomfort.
Sorry?
Discomfort.
Yes, and this is about the words that describes food.
Yeah. Yeah, describe the lunch.
Yes, according to the last column. So for me, I'm still searching for these words. So I have not finished yet.
I found something in the first line. We would appreciate. So he's gonna suggest something.
If you want to add something, what can we add? We can say,
if you please.
I recommend.
Yes, I recommend, or if you please.
I recommend, if you please. I suggest.
It would be, or I
suggest. It would be much better if.
What else? Do we have anything else regarding the food, Hiba?
But it's not synonym. It could be, for example, I say it's greasy or too sweet, something like this. So we can describe the food by many, other adjectives.
We used to describe food in general, not just synonyms for these letters.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to language for suggestion.
Yeah, I think you say that we can use establish better control of something.
Okay.
Considering the phrase itself.
Favorable reports. Favorable, the word favorable here.
I mean,
and negative feedback. Negative feedback here.
Suggestions. Right.
Okay. Shall we take one by one?
So we would appreciate it if you. So we can take this expression itself. This phrase would appreciate it if you establish a better control over the kitchen.
I think you can use this phrase for suggestion. Yeah, if you establish a better control.
Right.
Like you can fix the problem, for example, or deal with this, or handle this. Okay, so I think we can use this expression for many problems, not just or suggest a better problem.
Okay, my friends, righty then. So now, heard part of your discussions, but let me share the screen and let's talk together. Talking about language for describing the hotel facilities. Who's ready to share ideas?
So the words mentioned in the text itself: outstanding, enjoyed, hotel facilities, quality of the design of things transfer provided, the word provided. But the words we suggested for this, instead of outstanding, we could say stunning, amazing, marvelous, splendid. Example.
Very good.
Enjoyed. We could say delighted in, or they were, or they take pleasure in. They are amused by or entertained by.
Wonderful.
Like
wonderful.
They are blessed with, for example. Yeah. What else? The quality of. We can talk also about the furniture. The furniture itself, elegant, chic, as my friends suggested this. Instead of saying they were, for example, happy about the quality, we could describe the furniture itself by elegant, by saying elegant or chic.
I love that. Thank you so much, my friend. Let me move to language describing the food quality, and Hassan Gawad. What have you put in there, Hassan?
Okay, you came to my area, Dr. Shadi, because I like it. So we have stale, tough. You're talking about food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, since I'm hungry. So tough, undercooked, watery, juicy, crispy. يعني this is طبعا يعني from our discussions.
Good.
Stale.
Right. So let me go to Jihad, and still talking about food quality, but Jihad, can you give us some more negative phrases and words about food?
I used tough and undercooked. For the word tough, we can use raw and hard. For the word undercooked, we can use rare for the meat.
Okay.
That's it.
Let me go to Ghada. Ghada, some more negative adjectives and phrases about food.
It could be sour. It could be rotten. It could be what else? It could be salty.
Right, lovely. So moving to suggestions. And who's ready to share some ideas regarding language for suggestion? Let me go to my friend Abdurrahman Muhammad. Yes, Abdurrahman.
We might say like recommend.
What else?
Let me think.
Let me
say to recommend.
Let me go to Sarah Badawi. Sarah, yes. What else can you add here for language for suggestion?
We found like we would appreciate if you do something. We hope that, and we said a lot of things. Like we said, one suggestion could be, why don't you do something? You should. What else?
Yeah. Okay. I love that. Ghada, one last comment on language for suggestion.
It could be a good idea if have you tried?
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, my friend. Right. Now, let me share the screen and show you something, my friends. And here we are. This is the actual IELTS writing task. Okay. So what I want you to do, my friends, is to read it carefully and underline the keywords. And when I say keywords, I mean any important keywords, okay, that would help you answer the question, underline it. So underline all keywords in this task. I'll send it to you in your WhatsApp group. Raise your hands once you finish.
Again, please, Dr. Shadi.
Sorry, my friends.
Again, please.
Again, you will read the IELTS task and underline the keywords. That's all. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, my friends. So now I want you to discuss with your partners the keywords that you underlined and why you think they are keywords and very important for answering the task. This is something I want you to do in breakout rooms. Let me send you there.
Words that we see here. The first one I found is recently. What do you think, guys?
Recently.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what's the importance of the word for you?
What?
What the importance of this word for you?
Because you have to focus on the period of time you're talking about, something lately or recently, or so.
I mean the grammar, using the grammar tenses.
Not only the grammar, but also the time of speaking that you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, and also you said grammar, maybe present perfect simple or something like this. Okay, and when you go into details, you can use past simple and so on. So I think this is very important. Okay. What else?
Meeting, of course.
All day meeting.
Meeting company.
Okay, all day. The word all day. Perfect. Okay.
I think feedback is a keyword.
Before feedback, we have take place. Take place, something that happened. Okay.
And hotel.
Okay, and then the points we're going to tackle in the letter, what they like, what they were unhappy with, and suggestions. And also, what are we going to write exactly? Is it a letter, an essay, or whatever? And to whom the recipient of this letter? Because accordingly, we're going to decide whether we're going to write formally or informally. And we have to focus also on the number of words.
Manager, so here,
manager.
what also manager? All the question words are important.
Yeah, improve food in future. I think these words
to whom
are
we are
important.
writing to the manager.
Yeah.
How it's divided. So here, what they liked. Why.
So we can see here, participants. Here, unhappy. Of course, food. And then here, manager and improve.
Yeah, the manager should improve. Yeah, improve to improve. Right, so this action they will take.
Maybe food in the future.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like I will underline most of the passage or the question.
Or maybe content words here in.
Yeah, you're right. I felt so.
Here.
The content words. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I skip.
Okay, my friends, welcome back to the main session. And here we are. Right, let me share the screen and let's have a look at this IELTS writing task. Now, so talking about the keywords, starting from the very beginning, what is the first keyword? Do we have something in the first line? You should spend about 20 minutes on this task. She had.
This line is only the time. We need to take care of the time. That's all.
Okay, thank you so much. So 20 minutes is important, that you need to know how much time you need to spend on that, right? Okay, lovely. So talking about the first paragraph in the question, Gihad, what have you spotted?
I've spotted the word all day, and a friend of mine added the word recently for me, just to take care of the tense. Then I have got the word feedback. Like the hotel. Unhappy about the food for lunch.
Okay, so yeah, so I would say we have all day meeting. I guess that's a key word because it tells us about the background, the story for what happened. And then also the word a local hotel, because that tells us about the place. Also unhappy and they said they liked the hotel. So like the hotel, that's very essential. And they were unhappy about the food. I guess that's essential as well. Thank you. Let me go, my friends, to Reda. Reda, what about the second part of the question? Starting from write a letter to the manager.
Okay, so write a letter to the manager of the letter. So you want me to pick the the keywords, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so participants liked, I guess liked.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I would say unhappy, food.
Yeah.
Suggest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Improve food in future.
Yeah. I agree. I would say also, in the first one, write a letter to the manager. The manager here is very important.
Yeah.
Because it tells us about the voice in this letter, and that it means it has to be kind of a formal letter, right? Say what the participants like, say and what the participants like, because that's now one thing that we need to cover.
Right.
So we know now that the style has to be formal, and we know that we need to cover something, the part that they liked, and then explain why they were unhappy about the food. So it's not enough to say that they were unhappy about the food. You have to explain also why. Okay. And that's another part of the task achievement that we need to cover. And then 3, suggest what the manager should do to improve the food. So we need suggestions, and these suggestions need to be related to improving the food quality. Okay. Thank you. Right. So back, let's go to Sarah Bedawi. Sarah, what about the last part, my friend?
Okay, 150 words.
150 words. Yes, that's very essential. Why?
Like the count of words
Mm.
and the time, like to take the time into consideration as well.
Good, good, good. What else?
No addresses.
Yes, no addresses for sure.
Yeah. Beginning of the letter, dear sir, madam.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, my friends, now again, to sum up this and what we need to do. Now, in the task achievement, we need to cover 3 main things. Number 1, we say what people liked about the hotel, and we say why they were unhappy with the food, and we suggest ways for the manager to improve the food quality in the future. And we need to write at least 150 words. Now, for you, my friends, I'm not going to give you 20 minutes. No, I'll give you only 15. So take your 15 minutes and start writing now 150 words as an answer to this task. Right now on the spot. Off you go. Raise your hands once you finish. Okay, my friends, here we are. Lovely. So what I want you to do now, I'll send you to breakout rooms. And I want you to exchange the emails you have written with your partner. Okay? Now, so one will act as the hotel manager. And one, of course, has written the email, okay, on behalf of Avant company. So I want you to read your friend's email carefully and respond to that letter with another letter. But this time you will answer this letter as the manager of the hotel. So you need to respond to what happened. So read carefully before you write your reply. Now, this is one thing. How would you know your partner? I'll send you to breakout rooms and you will end up with one partner. If you are 3 partners in one room, then no problem, but just make sure that each one is reading the other letter and responding to it. Now, also before you go to your breakout rooms, I would like you to send me all your letters in the chat box, like copy paste and send them in the chat box so that I check them while you're reading your friends' emails in the breakout rooms. Okay? start doing this now. I'll give you 1 minute to send me everything in the chat box.
Dr. Shadi, I'm sorry for this, but unfortunately, I just have written on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
You then, okay, photocopy this and send it to me on WhatsApp.
Okay.
All right. And do the same. If you want to send it to your friend, do the same. Just photocopy it and send it to him. Okay, my friends. Right. So, let's wait for everybody to come back from the rooms. Here we are. And I would love to listen to some of your replies, okay, to the emails or the letters you received from your partners. How did you reply as a hotel manager to what your friends said, waiting for your ideas? Let me go and ask Omar Abdul Wahab. Yes, Omar.
Yes. We assured her that this was a once in 100 times a misfortune incident and it will never happen again. And as a condolence, like, we would like to make it up for her by offering her a free lunch at the hotel in a way to make up for this misfortune incident that happened.
Okay. And the lunch will be only for the one who wrote the letter, or for the whole?
No, for the whole course.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Omar. Right. Let me move to my friend Huda Ali. Huda, how did you reply as a manager?
Dear sir, I would like to thank you for your feedback and kind words. Regarding your complaint, we promise to bear in mind such comments and try to avoid them in the near future,
Okay.
or as soon as possible.
So no free meals, like
no free meals.
Okay. Hiba Rodwan, yes.
Okay, actually, I compensate them free meals, actually, by free meals, offering them at the end. Okay, here I said first, actually, I didn't say this, but I remember now, okay?
Okay.
With Mr. Ahmed. We should thank, I think we should thank them first by saying, dear sir, so sorry to hear that your stay wasn't up to expectation. Thanks for taking time to comment on our service. I'd like to compensate your staff free meals next time for 1 day long as an apology for this. We will with a strict supervision over the kitchen chefs in order to maintain that the quality of the food is what up to expect. No, I will not really say it again. Is good, okay, or is tasty enough, is scrumptious enough.
Okay.
We will provide the rooms by fresh food prior to the coming guests, prior to booking their tickets or the rooms.
Okay, wonderful. So very, very specific details. Right. So my friends, thank you so much. And regarding your writing, what I will do, you sent me your writing on WhatsApp. So I'll be using your writing in order to give you, next time when we meet, feedback on the other features of your writing, like in terms of accuracy, grammar, vocabulary. Next time, you'll receive your feedback on this. Thank you so much for sharing. And we came to the end of this demo lesson.